Hello everyone, it is I, the Determined Critic, and here we are again. So, today we're going to be discussing something that's been on my mind for a while. We are going to be talking about the psychology of haters. I know that I titled this The Mind of an Undertale Hater, but this is in any context, any fandom, so I'm going to be speaking in general terms. Now, the mind of these haters is complicated. Now, I want to reiterate, if someone simply doesn't like something because they don't enjoy the gameplay, they don't enjoy the game itself, that's completely fine. That's valid. That's completely valid. But harassing and belittling people is not valid and is disgusting. Now, let's start off with thinking, why do a lot of haters come to hate fandoms? Well, a lot of them have really bad experiences with finding the disgusting minority, or they get screeched at, or something like that. They have a bad experience, or they hear about bad things, or they go through a phase where they actually enjoy the thing. And then they look back oh, that's so cringy. Anyone who likes that is a child. Just an edgy mindset. It also could be a sense of gatekeeping, believing that these people aren't good enough to enjoy this thing. Many haters will claim to have once loved the source material and then saying that the fandom ruined it. Fun fact, fandoms don't ruin source material. Let's go into people hating on fan concepts. Specifically AUs in a lot of cases. It's because, well, most of the time, these people either are oh my god, what a waste of time. Or they feel like it, or they're not a fan of a piece of media that they liked having a new twist on it. That or they just hate the idea of people having fun. And people who will harass others for enjoying something, most of the time it's because they are just a hateful person. People will politely say, hey, if you don't like us, ignore us, and then they don't ignore them. It's insane. I don't fully get the mind of a hater. I've never been a hater. I've had slight distaste for things like Country Humans and My Hero Academia, but I really will never hate on someone for being a part of the fandom. I don't care. Not my business. And I will most certainly not belittle people for putting all this time and effort into works of art, into works of fan artwork. People will leave hate comments on memes just because they think, oh, they're wasting their time. I've asked haters who have hated on animation memes about Underverse and what they think of that and like Glitch Tale, and they'll say, oh, this is a waste of time too. Jackie or Camilla have wasted their lives making this, which is a very disgusting statement. I have never been a hater. I've always been one for do what you do you, boo boo. This mentality of hatred is terrifying. The reason that people collectively start hating on things is because one person's irrational and the others start being irrational because they literally build a community from hating Undertale or other games, which is stupid. These things are known as hate-doms. Entire fandoms made up of hating other people, of hating fandoms, and it's sickening. You know, many may call Undertale's community toxic. My personal experience, I've only met nice people there. Only the odd, passionate but respectful fangirl is about as bad as I could find. But it's astonishing how much people truly hate these people. And it makes no sense to me. But I think I know why. This is why I'm trying to explain this, because I don't know why, but I'm trying to make sense of it. People don't understand the concept of agree to disagree. And they act like children. Now, let me highlight some things that hate-doms will do that makes them objectively worse than fandoms. 1. They will see someone who's an artist, and that artist will go to a convention, and then they'll do something terrible. There was actually an instance where someone did Undertale artwork, got popular, and a hater decided to pretend to be a fan at the next convention they went to, and gave them a cookie, a homemade cookie, but it had needles in it, and the artist almost died. Which is absolutely disgusting. The amount of harassment that comes from hate-doms is way more toxic than any overly passionate fan. And if you come across a hater, just try and get them off your tail as fast as possible. Be as mature as you can. If you get overly emotional, apologize. Especially if they go for personal attacks. And please, don't be mean to them don't be mean to them as best as you can. Their lives are sad enough. Either way, hope that y'all enjoyed. This is just my take on this. I really hate people like this.